and Transform with Mylira. But before I get into me and what we're going to talk about today, I would be remiss if I did not shout out my lovely 4-year-old son, ASWAN. It was his birthday this past Tuesday, y'all. So y'all light up them comments. Let him know that he's loved. Tell him happy birthday, because he is definitely my miracle baby, right? And he's another reason why I'm in therapy too, y'all. But anyway, we ain't gonna talk about that. But today what we are going to talk about right now is we are going to discuss how to find the right therapist. Now, sometimes this can actually be daunting because we're trying to figure out, where do I go? Where do I start? Sometimes you may reach out to an actual provider, then they tell you to go to your insurance tell you to go to another provider. It's this wonky thing. So I want to debunk the fact that it is a stress, because it's really not, okay? Now, I'm going to break this down into different segments because I want you guys to understand the imperative and importance of there are resources out there for you. Now, let's start with college students, because I'm in college, I'm a student. Now, don't look at me like that. I know I don't look that old, but I am old. But no, I'm in college, right? And sometimes things happen and you never really know where to start. You're trying to figure out transitions, you're trying to figure out life, and a lot of the times we don't even realize that we're struggling with our mental health until we get into environments that talk about our mental health. So every college has free resources to their students, whether it's on-campus therapy, or they now have an online version that is 24/7, where you can actually meet with the therapist during a scheduled appointment. You can text 24/7. You can reach out, video call, phone calls. So if you are a college student and you are struggling with your mental health, you do not have an excuse. One thing about this channel, it is up to you to make the change. So that's the resource for you. So depending on what college you're at, if you want somebody to walk you through it, I'm here to help you and support you. Now, let's kind of venture a little bit away from our college students, because I love y'all. I also want to discuss those people who may not have insurance, okay? Especially here in Virginia. We have what's called community services boards. If you do not have insurance, community services board cannot turn you away. Majority of them have what's called same-day access. And what you'll do is you go on your local community services board website. Sometimes they're called behavioral health as well. And if you need help with that, reach out to me, put a message inside the comments, and I will make sure I find the resource for you. And I'm not just capping, I'm gonna do it, okay? Hold me to it. Now, when it comes to community services boards and same-day access, you're going to do a full, complete assessment, and they're going to figure out what resources do you need in the now. And even if you cannot pay, they cannot turn you away. Their role is to help you find what insurances you qualify for. And if you don't, eventually you may go to a sliding scale, but they cannot reject you. And they're going to ask you, what are you looking for? What help you need? So that's for people who are uninsured that may say, I need insurance, but I can't afford it. Go to your local community services board and get the support that you need. If you do have insurances, now this where it can get a little tricky. There's this bomb website called Psychology Today, and all you have to do, put your zip code in there, what insurance you have, the problems that you want to deal with. You can filter it as small as somebody's background, the race and culture that they work with, their specialties. Go up there and find someone and look at their profiles. Read their profiles, watch their videos, see do they fit. Now, that's the key. When finding a therapist, it's just like shoes. Some of us may wear an 8 in one type of shoe, and then we may wear an 8.5 in another. It's the same thing with therapy. Keep trying until you find your fit. I have been in therapy since I was 17 years old, and I've had my share of therapists. But now I've had my current one for the last 7 years. Where have I been going to her consistently? No, but I know she got my back because I kept trying on shoes and I didn't give up, and I knew that I was valuable enough for healing. So regardless of where you are, and even if you don't hear anything else I say, you are valuable enough to be healed. So do not hold it off. Now is the time. Now is the time to heal from your childhood traumas. Now is the time for forgiveness. Now is the time to believe that you are the best you there is. Now. Not tomorrow, because it's not promised. And yesteryear was already gone, so I don't know why we live in there anyway. But today, It is time for you to invest in yourself. If you have any questions about any of the steps that I've given you, please make sure you put a comment down below. Like, share, subscribe, because there's already some people that's in your village that's going to need this information too, because I want to debunk the myth that finding a therapist is hard. There's a lot of dope therapists in these streets. And even if you don't want to do it in that way, you can have BetterHelp that you have that is paid out of pocket. You have Sondermind. You have all these different various things you can do right from your phone. So even if you don't want nobody in your business, boo, there's other options out there for you. So no more excuses. Team, no excuse. Go ahead and put that down below, because I want to make sure that whoever is up on this channel, that at the end of this year, after we go through this process together, you won't be back where you are. So if you remember nothing else I said, you are enough. Peace and blessings, y'all.